Imagine having to pretend that you're interested in vegetables. Imagine having to pretend that you're interested in vegetables.
Can you imagine that? The audacity of being interested in vegetables.
I do not participate in YouTube drama and squabbles.
And that he doesn't like to get involved in back and forths between YouTubers.
That although the majority of the participants in this vegetable spectacle have in the past made videos attacking me and my character.
In the end, he goes on to say that there's a few of us that have made videos that attack him and his character.
That although the majority
it's funny
of the
that he makes
this
as he's making a video where he's criticizing his fellow YouTubers in China and calling them clowns and white monkeys and unwitting accomplices to tragedy
even though I'm
and pretty evil stuff.
Woohoo! Hello. Looks like we got ourselves a full-on internet scrap going on here. I'm Jiao. Jiao, like Wu Mao. Just to give you a little bit of context, I'm putting my 2 cents worth in on this video. And Wu Mao or Wu Jiao is basically the closest you can come to 2 cents in Chinese money. So Wu Jiao came from, in case anybody is wondering, probably not. I did make a couple of notes I need to look down from time to time here. I only have a minute because I'm doing my laundry, so I'll keep this brief. Watching these videos, this guy over here, just about everything he says is correct. This guy over here, everything he says is for business and following an algorithm, which he's very professional at, very successful at, as many people know. I watch both of these guys. I've seen most of their videos. They put out a video. I pretty much watch them. I watched this one to see what kind of absurd things he might say. It's basically kind of entertaining, but often absurd. But again, he's following his algorithms. He's got his viewers, and he needs to say what they want to hear. So this guy over here, I watch him. Wondering, I've got here. I watched this guy. I got a question mark here. He's recently made some videos that to me, in my opinion, are over his head. And his videos, I don't know if they've always been this way, but they're kind of long. But anyway, I still watch. And just same as with Winston, I still watch Matt's videos, and I still watch Winston's videos, as well as a bunch of other, especially China YouTubers. See most of them. I'm recently finding some new ones, so there's always some new ones out there. But I wanted to tell a little story here. Again, I'm keeping this brief. I got my laundry going there, so I'm going to keep this brief. I used to write reviews for Shenzhen Party of reviews of restaurants. And I didn't really like doing it because, regardless of what I thought of the restaurant, I needed to come up with a positive review. Number one, that the restaurant owner, if they didn't like the review, I might not be getting any more free meals. And number two, if they didn't like it, it might not get published. I think that the restaurant owner actually had something to say about whether or not it was published. But I got a lot of free meals, and I enjoyed it. I can't say I didn't like the writing part of it. I had to come up with some creative ways to say positive things about places, regardless of what I thought. Although they did send me to nicer places to do reviews of. So I'm just saying that in reference to Matt's video that he mentioned a couple of times. Actually, 2 or 3 times he said something about a white monkey, but he never really acknowledged that that's basically what they're doing. Again, although everything he said is true, and that they're probably providing a service, they're doing good things, they're having fun, I'm sure, and what he's saying is true. And what they're doing, him and the other his China YouTubers that go along with him, or maybe sometimes go on their own, it's probably helpful. But they also need to be mindful of what they say. And I would guess that Matt has to be mindful, not only in the videos that are sponsored, but probably on every video that he puts out if he wants to continue to be sponsored. So that's white monkey-ish, you know, and I think he can at least admit that much. Matt, he has been in the past when I put comments on his channel. He's been a little bit thin-skinned when I have criticism. I think one time I mentioned to him, don't drink coffee while you're making a video. I have things to do. You know, it's kind of a waste of my time. And then he wrote back, oh, you don't need to watch. And it seemed, maybe I read it into it, but it seemed like a sarcastic response. You know, if you have a guest on your channel, and I find you and your guest entertaining, and I want to click on the video, and your guest is talking, take a drink of your coffee. But if you're talking, don't stop talking so that you can sip on coffee, and while we're waiting to you to sip on your coffee so that we can hear what you have to say. So, sorry, I just gave the same criticism again. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, this guy over here, he responds to my criticisms, and him and La Wai, they haven't responded in any hostile way at all. And they've responded actually several times. The China YouTubers, you know, the Barretts, I watch pretty much everything they do as well, and I've commented on their channel. They don't really say much about it, but there's another China YouTuber out there who I've made, you know, some criticisms of. But, you know, when I'm making a criticism, I think it's warranted. But he seems even more thin-skinned. I won't mention his name, but I think he knows who he is. I wish he wouldn't put all Canadians together as, you know, beer drinking on the street type people. He made a comment in his last video about feeling, maybe it's not his last video now, it's maybe 2 or 3 videos ago. He feels sometimes like an ambassador. Well, ambassadors don't go around walking around on the streets drinking beer. Drink all the beer you want in your home, or you go to a restaurant for a meal, making a video, great, drink some beers. Or drink Baijios, major Baijios sometimes to see you drinking. That's all different than drinking on the streets or going to a children's playground, walking around drinking beer. Again, I think I mentioned to him in one of his videos, I made a comment that, you know, it's legal to drink beer anywhere in China. You can walk around on the streets with a beer, but you don't see Chinese people doing that, or rarely. I don't think I've ever seen it, unless it's maybe 2 in the morning and they're coming out from the bar. He's gone to the extent of blocking comments too, so to me that's thin-skinned. I don't think I've ever said anything derogatory against him directly, only, you know, suggestions that I think are constructive criticism. Anyway, I'm kind of cramped in here. I'm using a really crappy blue screen behind me, so oh, and I hear my laundry's just finishing now, so I hope this thing all works out, and I'll keep watching. Take care. Thanks for watching.